goes Mind That Bird, the Derby winner, in, followed by number 8, General Quarters, now in the gate under Julien Leperoux. There's Love Gov, the long shot, trained by Dwayne Lucas. And there's the star of the day so far, Rachel Alexandra, who is going to the post as the 9-5 favorite now. And Calvin Burrell getting all those goggles set just right. And he'll be flipping them down off his eyes as the race unfolds. 13 horses going a mile and 3/16 in the 134th Preakness Stakes. And here with the call, Tom Durkin.
Rachel Alexandra moving into post position number 13. There she is, the captivating filly with the intrepid Calvin Burrell aboard, taking on the boys in the 134th running of the Preakness. They are in the gate. Big Drama, a little skittish in the starting gate there. He's settled down now. Oh, and he bucked off the rider. He bucked off Johnny Velasquez. But to his credit, Mind That Bird, who's in the stall right next to him, just as cool as a cucumber. Now they're going to back the horse out of the starting gate to get him resettled here. Johnny Velasquez was bucked off. He was a little skittish in there. The horse has been in the starting gate for a little while as he had to load in from post position number 1. Now the track veterinarian there, he's on site taking a look at the horse to make sure that he hasn't been injured in any way. Gary, you've been in this position before.
Been in this position. Johnny Velasquez getting the leg back up here. Horse a little bit sweaty, but it looks like we're going to have a start, Tom.
Big Drama's run only once this year and did not like standing that long time in the starting gate. Now back in. Tom?
Ready for the start. And they're off in the Preakness. Big Drama gets off to a good start. Muskin Man is there too. Here's Rachel Alexandra on the far outside. Pioneer of the Nile. And Freezing Fire has some early speed too. So they pass by us for the first time. And Velasquez is taking Big Drama well out into the track. Farthest out though, it is Rachel Alexandra. Be taken a bit wide going into that first turn here. Freezing Fire is third. Pioneer of the Nile is fourth. Take the Point is fifth on the outside as the filly gets floated wide. Then Papa Clem was down sixth toward the rail. General Quarters is seventh and Musket Man is eighth. And then it's Tone It Down is winning ninth on the outside. A break of 5 back to Wayne Lucas's 2 runners, Flying Private and Love Gov. And they're followed by Terrain and Mind That Bird. The Derby winner, where he was in the Derby at this point, he is last. Now about 12 lengths from the lead. Strong enough is the pace for him to run into. It was a 46 3/2 mile, and the filly's in front. She's in front early on here. Rachel Alexandra narrowly. Big Trauma still going to stay right with her all the way. Freezing Fire looms back in third position. Half mile to go in the Preakness. On the inside, Papa Clem runs along in fourth. Far outside, Pioneer of the Nile. Now running in fifth. From the back of the pack, Mind That Bird. 13th, 12th, 11th, and he's 10th now. And there's 3 furlongs to go. Mind That Bird beginning to roll. Around the far turn here at Pimlico, Rachel Alexandra, the leader by 2 as the field turns for home. Big Drama running in second now. Mind That Bird looks for a way through, and he had to go way outside for it. Musket Man toward the inside. Rachel Alexandra's in front with 1 furlong to go. Musket Man moves to second. Mind That Bird is third on the outside. The filly trying to hold on. She's clear by 3. Mind That Bird runs at her late. Here's the wire. And the filly did it! Rachel Alexandra has defeated the Kentucky Derby winner, Mind That Bird, by 3/4 of a length. Musket Man was third. The final time was 1:55 flat. A magnificent victory, an exquisite filly, and a thrill to see.
She is a super filly, Rachel Alexandra, the first filly to win the Preakness Stakes in 85 years and only the 5th overall. And she did it by holding off the on-charging Kentucky Derby winner, Mind That Bird. The 2 stars of the show hooking up in the final 16th of a mile in a thrilling finish to the Preakness Stakes. There's Mind That Bird, who was a game on-charging second under the new rider, Mike Smith.
He's making a huge run around the turn. He found the gap that he needed to. Chip Woolley a little disappointed there. He shouldn't be disappointed. He's done a great job, and the horse ran a great race, Tom.
Well, we can say one thing about the 1-2 finishers, Gary Stevens. They both are for real.
They are both for real, and Calvin knows his job.
Well, Donna Brothers has pulled alongside Calvin Burrell and Rachel Alexandra. Take it, Donna.
I have to let Mike Smith and Calvin complete their conversation. Mikey just said everybody stayed on the rail. Nobody would get off. So apparently he didn't get through. Everything went perfectly for you. 2 weeks ago, amazing finish for you on Mind That Bird. This time you had to be looking over your shoulder. Did you see him coming on the outside?
Yeah, I seen him coming, but I had him spotted, baby. About 3 jumps from the wire, hung on my stick and just galloped in, you know.
So did you feel like you had it won the whole time?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Believe me, when they're going to come and hook her, head and head, it's going to take a racehorse to beat her.
Seem a bit more...
There's one in the world to beat her, okay?
Well, you seem a bit more subdued over this victory than in the Derby. Did you just feel like you knew this one was going to happen?
Yes, ma'am. Like I told you all along, baby, she's the greatest horse I've ever been on in my life. And believe me, bar none, she did not handle the track 110%.
And still won.
Still won.
Now, what about if they decide to run her back in 3 weeks in the Belmont? You've been familiar with that track. What about a mile and a mile and a half for her?
I'm not worried about nothing. I'm going to leave that up to Mr. Jackson and Steve, and I just want to thank Mr. Jackson. Thank you. Thank everybody in Kentucky, and I love you, Mom and Dad. And thank you for the little boy that got cancer here. We're going to try to help him, okay?
Congratulations, Calvin.
Traditions painting the weather vane in the owner's colors began 100 years ago. Already underway. 100 years ago, they started that when the Preakness returned to Maryland after being run in New York for 16 years. Calvin Burrell once again basking in the limelight. How did he do it, Gary?
In the overhead view, once again, Mike Smith picking his way through here. He was hoping things would open up. On the inside, as you can see up here, absolutely nowhere to go. Rachel Alexandra, not a stronger path. She was 3 wide throughout the race, very similar to what she was in the Kentucky Oaks. But got about an 8-length advantage here. They close that up to about a length, I guess, at the end here. The final margin of victory. So they're slowly and surely, but the distance of the race was 1 mile and 3/16, not 1 mile and 3/16 and 2 strides, only the 1 mile and 3/16.
And for the presentation, let's go to Bob Costas.
All right, Tom, this, of course, is Jess Jackson, the new owner of Rachel Alexandra. The price variously estimated between $7.5 and $10 million. He got at least a good portion of it back today. Martin O'Malley, the governor of the state of Maryland, is here, along with Steve McCasey, COO of Magna Entertainment, and Governor O'Malley will make the presentation. The woodland vase is over there. It's heavy and it's slippery. We take no chances. We go with the replica.
Bob, thank you very much. It's my honor, Mr. Jackson, on behalf of the Maryland Jockey Club and the people of the state of Maryland, to present to you the most coveted trophy in all of sport, the Woodlawn Vase for the winning of the Preakness Stakes. Congratulations.
It's very much appreciated. It's a part. This represents the finest in racing and in breeding, and Maryland has led the way all through the decades. So thank you very much. Rachel won it. I'm delighted.
Mr. Jackson, obviously there's a period of evaluation, but is your gut feeling now that Rachel Alexandra goes again in the Belmont?
Well, we know she can run against colts, and we'd have to evaluate that against the other alternatives for her own health and her own career. But yes, we will seriously consider the Belmont. That doesn't mean we're committed at all.
Given your druthers, you'd like to see it happen, though?
I'd love to have Rachel run and become a champion on a horse rather than just a champion filly.
Congratulations to you and your wife, Barbara, and your entire family, much of which is gathered around you. Let's go over to Mike Battaglia, who has Rachel Alexandra's new jockey and new trainer.
All right, thank you, Bob. And with Calvin Burrell and Steve Asmussen, and Steve, we'll talk to you first. When you walked up here on the stand and I said congratulations, all you could say was, wow. How good is this filly?
Well, it's a tremendous ride. You know, we've had the filly 10 days. Hal Wiggins did an excellent job with her. I can't say enough about everything that they had done. We just got here, got out of her way. Calvin knows her best. She gave a dream run. But what an amazing filly to accomplish what she has.
She really is amazing. And Calvin, you kind of went out on a limb. You almost guaranteed this win. You told everybody that would listen, she's going to win.
Yes, sir. I mean, like I said, I think she's the greatest horse in the country right now. And colt, filly, boy, whatever. She's just an amazing filly. And, I just want to thank Mr. Jackson, Steve, for the opportunity to keep me on this filly because she's every jock's dream horse.
She really is. And, Mind That Bird, the Derby winner, was really making a run at you. We'll take a look at the replay here. Tell us what you were thinking. When Rachel Alexandra made the lead like that, I figure you knew Mind That Bird was coming.
Yeah, I knew he'd be coming, but when he ran up to me about, I guess, a length and a half, she kind of dug in a little bit, but my filly was kind of struggling at the end there. Track's a little deep, I think, because of the dryness. I don't know, maybe he thought it was going to rain or something, but it was very, very dry. And she went to struggling the last 40 yards.
And really, that's unusual for her. You've never had to hit this filly. Were you a little concerned with that?
No, sir. I mean, I hit her twice left-handed, then I just, when he ran up to me, she took off again,
And you say she didn't really handle the track. If she didn't handle the track, what's she going to do when she gets one she likes?
It's unbelievable because, you understand that she was kind of struggling a little bit. Every time I'd ask her a little bit more, she couldn't get into the rhythm like I know she can, when she run in New Orleans on a hard, fast track or Churchill. And believe me, she's an amazing filly, and God knows how good she is.